What's good, y'all? We are super excited to share this announcement. This summer, Fanatics Fest returns to NYC and is taking over the Javits Center from Thursday, July 16th through Sunday, July 19th. Now you get a chance to meet your favorite athletes from across every major league. Check out live panels and podcasts from some of the biggest names in sports. Buy, sell, or trade collectibles, cop exclusive merch, and connect with fans around the world sharing your passion for sports. Tickets are on sale now at fanaticsfest.com. And when you use the promo code Knicks Film 10 at checkout, you get 10% off your purchase. It's an extra day for the world's #1 sports fan festival coming together under one roof, and you won't want to miss it.
Been that long? You want to try that again outside after school, you punk? After school, after school, we ball. Just meet me after school. After school, after school, we ball. Just meet me after school. After school, after school, we ball. Just meet me after school. After school.
What's good, family? Welcome back to another edition of KFS After School here on the Knicks Film School YouTube channel. I'm Jeff. That is Sean. You are amazing. We are here to talk. We're here to talk about the cup. F everything else, bro. We're here to talk about the cup. We've demanded the cup. We compelled the Knicks to bring the cup back to the New York borough, the county of New York, and they have delivered. Sean, who thought that prosperity would breed so much discourse over the last 12 hours?
Wait a minute. Prosperity and discourse in the NBA? Color me shocked that we can have discourse over winning things and how to celebrate things, and if winning things matters, which we will get to in this show. I can speak for myself. I think you agree with me that I'm happy that the Knicks won the NBA Cup championship. And guess what, people? It is a championship. It is not the championship, but it is a championship, and we should enjoy it.
Of course. And you know, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen if the Knicks lost. I knew that this was going to happen if the Knicks won. If the Knicks lost, this cup would have been elevated as a coronation of the Spurs arriving on the national scene and cementing themselves as a true contender and furthering the Wemby's taking all of our things narrative. And folks would be able to laugh that the Knicks didn't win a big game again.
Yes.
I did not expect there to be this much of a fracture in the fan base over a banner, dog. Over a banner? I didn't think it was going to be this serious. I thought this was going to come from the outside. I didn't think it was going to come from within the four walls of Knicks fandom. Like it's really fascinating to watch.
Maybe I'm older than you, which I'm not, but maybe I am, because this did not listen, man. People were saying last week, prominent members of the community saying, this doesn't matter. Don't hang no banner. Don't let people are gonna make fun of us. Let's not give them that. Like, listen, this is the same. We fight over everything. We fight over everything. So I'm not surprised that the fan base is fractured. I am surprised at what a decision that was made, which I'm sure we'll get to, about said banner. And I personally think the Discord has something to do with it, but we'll get to that next.
Yes, sir.
Let's start with the game, because there was a basketball game last night, and I know it is. The word escapes me, but it's cool to not talk about. It's cool to talk about everything but the game when it comes to the NBA. But let's talk about the game.
Let's go. What do you want to talk about first?
So shout out to you and to John for being on the watch along. Shout out to everyone who pulled up for the watch along.
Yes, sir.
Last night. And the biggest takeaway for me from last night's game was, and this is the second time we have seen this season. I can't remember if the other time was in the cup, but the team being able to win a game when Jalen Brunson doesn't have it off the rip. And for me, the biggest takeaway I kept saying, because you joined around halftime. John and I joined right maybe like a few minutes into the game. And we just kept saying how poor the Knicks were playing, or not poor, but not up to the standard that we expected. And I kept saying, John, they're only down 5. They're only down 4. They're only down 7. They should be down 10. They should be down 15. They should be down 20. They should have been down 20 easily. But the Spurs, and listen, they're a young team. Young teams will do this. They let the Knicks hang around. And the core of this Knicks team has a lot of playoff experience. Everyone was in the conference finals last year. Jalen Brunson's been to multiple conference finals. Karl-Anthony Towns has been to multiple conference finals. But Cal Bridges has been to the NBA finals. Josh Hart, I was going to say Mitchell Robinson, but Mitch didn't play that much in the I don't remember.
He still has the experience. He's been around for those runs.
We have guys that have been around. We have guys that have been around the block. Except right? And even going into the fourth quarter, they're down 5. And I'm like, listen, shout out to somebody who said it, and I don't remember who said it in the YouTube chat during the watch along yesterday, but he said, all the Knicks have to do is just keep it close to the fourth quarter, and it's Brunson time. I said, you know what? That's actually not a terrible way to go about it. And then in the fourth quarter, the Knicks were down. I believe it was 94-89. Yes, it was 94-89 going to the fourth quarter. And then, this is the question I'd ask you, Jeff.
Yes.
Because basically it was a blitz to begin the fourth quarter, and I think the Knicks went on an 8-0 run,
17-5 total.
Okay, was it that the Knicks turned up, or the Spurs crumbled?
I think the Knicks turned up because the Spurs were still playing with that same energy. I think once Clarkson hit that shot to tie, it was off an offensive board, and then he hit that shot to tie. It was like the FU 3-point shot. That's when I think the team was like, "Oh, we got to turn up." Like I said, I told you earlier. You know the meme. When you gotta lean in and start playing, right? Like that's what it was. That's what it was with the Knicks. And I just think they finally got shots to fall. They got the shots that they needed to fall. Brunson, Kolek, Clarkson, OG, and Mitch. This was a classic. Mike Brown, I do not know what you're cooking, but I will sample it. I'm hungry. Let me see. I'm open to trying new things.
Mm-hmm.
He just found the right combination, bro. And you got to give credit. I think it was a combination of them hitting shots, and I'll walk back. I'll walk back slightly. I'll take one step back. Can't take two. Mitchell Robinson broke them. Mitchell Robinson by himself broke them. He had more rebounds than the Spurs as a team. Wemby had 0. He had more
Yes.
rebounds than them as a team. He had 6 offensive rebounds. The Spurs had 6 rebounds as a team. I think that energy, along with his defense in the fourth, and then the Knicks guards were hitting shots. And quietly, OG was fortifying the defense as well. I think that combination is what got them over the hump, and they got over the hump in the Wemby minutes, which we didn't predict, but the Wemby minutes were the minutes where they capitalized the most. Minus 18.
That's crazy.
Minus 18 in the game they won by 11. So that's what I think happened.
You know, leave it to the Knicks to lose the non-Wemby minutes and win the Wemby minutes made no damn sense. But to your point, I think you're right. Mitchell Robinson is what broke them. So, again, start of the fourth quarter, 94-89. I have the play-by-play here. Brunson missed 3, offensive rebound, M. Robinson. Clarkson missed 2-point jumper, offensive rebound by Jordan Clarkson. Another missed layup from Clarkson. Offensive rebound by Mitchell Robinson, put back dunk. Wemby misses a 3. Brunson with the rebound, misses a layup. Mitch, offensive rebound, tried to put back, gets blocked by Wemby, gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Jordan Clarkson, to hit a 3. De'Aaron Fox turnover. OG Anunoby missed a 3. Offensive rebound by Mitchell Robinson, Jordan Clarkson 3. And just like that, from 94-89 to 97-94, Spurs timeout. And the Knicks never relinquished the lead after that. The other thing I would want to point out, and this is going to piss some people off, but I do not care. Tyler Kolek. And we said it at the time when Brunson had the backcourt. The backcourt, because when he got hounded and he turned the ball over. And we said at the time, me and John said at the time, Brunson loves, like, you have to get the ball over by 16 seconds, with 16 seconds left on the shot clock. And what happens is, when the ref's supposed to be look at the camera, at the clock, they see it 16, and then they look down, and if you're not over the line, they call it. And Brunson, it's almost like he likes to play, how close can I get this ball over the line without getting an 8-second call, or whatever. But
right.
They hounded him, and he turns over the ball. And immediately, and I'm like, they're gonna keep, and I'm saying to myself, they're going to keep doing this. And immediately, Mike Brown subs in Tyler Kolek.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, smart, because now they can't hound. Now Brunson has an outlet. There's a second ball hand on the floor that can bring the ball up the court if they try that foolishness again. And I'm going to say this, and some people are not going to like it, and I do not care. Tom Thibodeau would not have done that shit. Tom Thibodeau would have said, all right, do it again. It's all right. You'll figure it out next time. Get out there. You're a superstar. Make it play. And it is refreshing to see a Knicks team assess a situation and say, all right, for this situation, we need to do this, and this situation, we need to do that, and not waiting until you're at the edge of the cliff before you try to start pushing back. I think yesterday's game was, we knew it was going to be a short bench. We said it during the watch along. They're really going to miss Mitchell, Miles McBride.
Mm-hmm.
Really going to miss him with his on ball defense, because in the beginning, the perimeter defense was,
them young boys was giving us hell. They was giving us hell, bro.
2 cheeks of the same ass. It was bad. It was bad. But listen, like you said, something John said, something you said, and I'll throw it to you. Something John said is, so what you said was that the Knicks make business decisions of how they want to play a game. And if they can't play that game that way, they may just be like, you know what? all right, we'll get him next time. And what John said yesterday is that the Knicks love to warm up to a game on the defensive end.
Yeah.
And when he said that, it reminded me of the post game interview after Saturday's Cup win, when Brunson said it took, they start off slow and they took a timeout, and Mike Brown, kind of not laid into them, but like riled them up a little bit to get them ready to play. And almost, I think the words he said was, they weren't ready for what the Magic were going to do. And when he said that, I said to myself, dog, you played this team 17 times in a week and a half. What do you mean you did it? You weren't ready for what they were going to do. This is what they do. This is not a surprise. Listen, this team, man, they love to be like, all right, I know we got to do this. What if we do this shit, though? Like, I know we got to I know we need sugar for the Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, what if we try honey? It's like, dog, stop putting the honey in the Kool-Aid. Just use the sugar.
Oh, man. You're right. You're absolutely right. Like, look, man, they walked that team down in the fourth quarter. Walked them down, took the lead, and maintained the lead. Mm-hmm. It was incredible to watch. I think we're solidifying what their identity is, man. These guys are resilient. They don't like losing, and they learn throughout the game and apply it. If they have another game to see you again, they might let you have one game, but the next time you see them, it's a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their offense, they just know they can outscore you, and they don't need to rely on threes alone. That's the scary part. They took out the Magic, and I think they went like 7 of 20 from three or something like that.
They didn't shoot great from three. And then in this game, what they shoot, they shot 37%, 15 for 40, right? Like, this game was so close when you look at the numbers, but then the main differentiator is the rebounding. And that all happened in the fourth quarter. Like, this was, I don't think that San Antonio crumbled by any means. I just think that the Knicks imposed their will, something nuts on them. They almost doubled them up in points. They, almost quadrupled them up in rebounds. 11-2 on the offensive glass. 13-2 on second chance points. And they led that fourth quarter for 10 plus minutes when they were down by 5. It was a masterclass, man. I saw somebody on Twitter say that the Knicks won every cup knockout round by double digits. Every cup knockout round, they won by double digits, which I just think it's a testament, man. It more than anything, this game proved to the national stage, stop leaving the Knicks out of this contenders talk. Or don't put them as a default contender just because you believe they're going to come out the East. It is time to start talking about NBA title contendership without any type of caveats or exceptions for the West Coast. It's that time. It's that time, bro. What did you think about Jalen Brunson being the Cup MVP? Oh, yeah. So real quick, here's a tweet from Swanee Boy, and it's basically Mike Brown. What's the word I want to use here?
Chewing them out.
Yeah, airing them out during a timeout. And listen, I don't think the last coach could have done this. There's a level of accountability that the coach seems to have, like, where you can play a certain way. Like, listen, we know we can play a certain way. We're not going to be on bullshit today. Like, we're not going to be on bullshit today. I figured Brunson would get it. I saw a lot of, in terms of NBA Cup MVP, I saw a lot of people say OG. I'm not mad at that, because they cannot win this game without him. I mean, listen, you want to talk about one of the reasons why, hey, John, we're only down 5? It's because OG Anunoby was 16 points in the first half. It would have been awful if we'd wasted a great OG game for it. But, I mean, listen, he was lighting them up in. Well, if you look at actually, here's a question: was he the MVP of the entire tournament or the cup final?
I was just about to say, I looked it up. It's the tournament MVP. It's not
Then
the
it
cup
should-
game. So
It
if
should be
we're
him
going
then.
by tournament,
Yeah, it's Brunson.
I get it. They got to be clearer with that because they say it's the NBA Cup. Like we're all thinking it's that one game. But if it's for the tournament,
then
I get it.
It's Brunson.
I get it.
Especially since I believe OG missed the Raptor game. Actually, I have his game log up here. Oh, no, he played in the Raptor game. He missed. Oh, so okay. So he played. Okay. He was back for the Raptor game. He came back for the game against Orlando, but he missed. Okay, he missed the Miami Cup game, so he didn't play in two. So he didn't play the 2 games after that. But then he came back for the knockout stage. But listen, like I said, Brunson warmed up in the 4th. He was on fire out of the gate against Toronto. He was on fire out of the gate against Orlando. Scored 40 in the Cup semifinal against Orlando. So I have no problem with Jalen Brunson. I could also give a shout to Karl-Anthony Towns because Karl-Anthony Towns defensively, this game, Karl-Anthony Towns defensively against Orlando showed up in a ways that I don't know if many of us thought that he was going to show up in that manner, but he did. But yeah, I'm fine with Brunson getting the Cup MVP for the whole tournament. And quite frankly, I always think that the NBA should have a playoffs MVP instead of just a finals MVP because, like, for example, like, and I know I'm a Knicks fan, so I shouldn't say this, but like, if there was a playoff MVP last year, Tyrese Halliburton probably wins it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Sure.
But
he had too many moments, bro. He had too many. It's like if you put up his For You consideration trailer and you send that around to the voters, how are you going to beat that? How you going to beat that? But yeah, man, I think there's just a lot of commendable performances. Cat, he dropped a double-double. It looked like he wasn't going to make it in the 4th quarter, and Mitch was running out of gas, and he came back in for the final few minutes, and they said it might have been a calf injury, which I said the minute he had calf, I was like, yo, we're going to have to pull it out without Cat. He came back in, and it was on defense and rebounding that he was able to help shut the door, right? Josh Hart, you know, I wish he was hitting more. I wish he was shooting more. I think that hurt them a bit, but he was solid. Mikal had an off game. He had an off game shooting. Yeah. He was just it was like wrong place, wrong time with the way that they were attacking. And once again, to your point, I don't think it should be controversial. Like I maybe in the year 2045, we will stop talking about Tibbs versus Mike Brown comparisons. But bro, that man sat Mikal Bridges for most of that 4th quarter. I think low-key, was it the whole 4th?
No, it was because I'm actually looking up when, because Kola came in for Mikal. I will tell you right now. He came in for him. When did he come in for him? I think it was like halfway through the 4th. I just had it in front of me. I'll find it.
Right, but he played almost a little under 3 minutes in the 4th quarter. And
5:06 left in the 4th. No, excuse me, in the 3rd. He came in the game. He came into the game. And you know what's funny? I don't know if Bridges went back in the game after that.
He recorded 2:49 in the 4th. At least that's what Pivot Fade says. That he recorded 2 minutes and 49 seconds. But for the majority of that comeback, he wasn't on the court. I think he came on towards the end. He might have came on.
350. He came back in the game. 3:51 left. He came in for Brunson. Actually, that's 84-77. After that, with 9 minutes 11 seconds left at 196, he came in for OG, and then I believe that's when Cole came back for him, and then that was it.
Yep, and that was after Brunson had the backcourt violation.
Yes.
Right. So here's what happened. Mike Brown said, "We need another ball handler out there."
Yep.
Like, they're going to try to pressure and turn us over. They're going to crowd Jalen, and Mikal and Josh Hart, for that matter, weren't as effective in bringing up the ball as they usually are. So he said, yo, I'm going to my specialist. This dude, he called for the lefty when the lefties came up, right? He went for his specialist, and it worked. I think Mike Brown deserves immense credit for the way that he coached this game, the way he matched up minutes, challenging these players and reminding them this is single game elimination, collaborating with them when they needed to, trusting in the bench. Because if you were watching the watch along with us, I had said it before the start of the fourth. Someone from the bench, someone is going to have to step up if you want this team to win. And 3 of them did. Kolek, Clarkson, Mitch Robb. And they stepped up. They needed that with the depleted bench and the momentum solely on the Spurs way. I'm so proud, bro. I'm so proud. Because I can say it now. I would have been sick if they lost.
Of course.
I would have been sick because I'm a competitor, bro. I want to win. Whatever the title is, whatever the accolade is, I want to win. And to lose to another Spurs team with a generational big man, that would have pissed me off. I would have been annoyed for a minute. And I know the narratives would have been flying and people would have been trolling and whatnot. Well, I don't care about that, but it still annoys me to an extent, right? I am so glad they won. I'm so glad. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic that they have won a competition, an NBA competition, for the first time in 53 years. They're able to bring some hardware back to the Garden. And I thought it was a matter of universal celebration, but clearly there are people who are living their lives wanting to just be cynical about this situation.
That's a perfect segue to talk about the discourse around the cup.
God.
So look, the biggest pushback that we hear is that this doesn't matter because it's not the NBA championship. And as I said at the top of the show, it is a championship. It is not the championship. The NBA I'm going to put hockey aside because hockey is more of a niche sport, right? Of the three major sports in North America, the NBA has the most discourse about its regular season in terms of how quote unquote meaningless it is and how you don't have to watch before. Like, no one says you don't have to watch baseball until after July 4th. It's just, all right, baseball's here. Mm-hmm. No one says you don't got to pay attention to the NFL until after Halloween. But, NBA, it's, you don't have to pay attention until after Christmas or until after college football ends or until after the Super Bowl or whatever, right? So, and everyone complains the season's too long. No, there's too many games and the games are meaningless. You don't have to pay attention. So the NBA says, all right, let's attach stakes to this. Let's make this matter. Let us organize a competition, and the winner of this competition gets a trophy. And now we're being told this is meaningless. What pleases you people? What pleases you people? Like, you know what? I thought about this earlier today, and and it hit me. This is ring culture rearing its ugly head.
I haven't heard this take.
Because I've always said that ring culture started with, I'll never forget, I was in high school. I opened Vibe magazine. For those who don't know, a magazine for you kids is a large piece. It's a book. It's very thin. And there's people write things in there called articles and stories about things. And you either go to what they call a newsstand and you can buy one, or you can have it delivered to your house in the mail. I know, it's crazy. And there is this large advertisement in Vibe magazine, because you remember Vibe magazine was a large. It was bigger than the average magazine in terms of like the surface area. and there is a picture of Michael Jordan going like this. I'm gonna see if I can find it with all 6 of his rings.
You've seen the picture. Everybody's
You've all seen the picture. We've all seen the picture. And I've always said that was the day that ring culture was born. So I will blame Nike for that. Because obviously it was a Nike ad. And that was the day where it became, it's all about rings. Jordan's the greatest because he has 6 rings. And nothing else matters until you get to 6 rings. And the Jordan fans started that argument, and the Kobe fans picked up the baton, and they kept running with it. To the point where when people try to say in the early 2000s that Tim Duncan was a better player than Kobe Bryant, the response from the Kobe fans were, he can't because he doesn't have as many rings. And then you see Kobe Bryant with a t-shirt that says rings. Now all that matters is rings. So guess what? 25 years of you beating that in people's heads, now it's like, if it's not a championship, nothing else matters. Why even bother? So then you have people say this is meaningless. And they're saying that because it's been beaten into their head, or they don't want to get made fun of by Celtics fans and Lakers fans, or, you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to the Warriors fans, because I haven't seen them. If anyone can talk about rings in this century, it's the Warriors. I have not seen the Warriors punch it down, but it's really the Celtics fans. And Heat Twitter is, but you know how we trigger them, right?
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
Like, I'm not saying you have to, like, and it's also this false equivocation of like saying, oh, you're treating like the championship. Like, no, it's a championship. It's not the championship, right? Like, why is it that we have to find? It's like Kevin Durant said, people would rather complain about the NBA than enjoy the NBA. And it's like, you know what? If you don't have to like it as much as I do, fine. Don't tell me it doesn't matter. Look at the players yesterday. It mattered to them, and
it's only because of the money, Sean.
We complain. Yo, Jeff, you brought up a great point on the timeline when you said, look at the guys that were celebrating the most. It was Pacome Dadier. It was Muhammad Diawara. It was Ariel Hukporti. It was, I'm forgetting the fourth. Gershon Yabusele. Yeah.
Yabusele, Toyin.
Yabusele.
Other Brit.
Yeah. And these guys are guys who grew up in France. Where guess what? There are multiple competitions in a season. There's your league, and there's a cup championship, and there's your cup, and there's the cup tournament. And everyone in Europe cares. My team won the Europa League. We had which is not the Champions League, it's the level down from the Champions League. And we had a parade and hundreds of thousands of people going up the high road in North London. Now, do we need to throw a parade? No. Should we hang a banner? Yes, but we'll get to that in a second. But just like this, there's just this need to always just tell people to not enjoy things and say this doesn't matter. And the only thing that matters is this one thing that, yes, I want to win that one thing, but nothing else matters. Let's get this one thing that only one team can have and 29 other teams can have. And from the way y'all motherfuckers be tweeting, one team's going to win the next 7 of them in Oklahoma City. So, I'm supposed to sit here and just like, oh, well, I don't know, man. I've been rambling too long. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've ranted about this. Shout out to our guys at Knicks Fan TV. We had a battle royal between myself, Alex, and CP the franchise over banner talk and all of that. But I'm gonna say this: I blame social media, and I blame the internet. And I hate that I'm becoming this person because I hate when people just arbitrarily blame social media. So let me tell you what part of social media I blame. I blame the people who made it cool to hate things just for the sake of hate. That made cynicism look avant-garde. As if because you don't like what a majority of people enjoy, it makes you cool. It makes you astute. You have sophistication, to quote Big Vic. You have sophistication, right? And yo, life is too short, y'all. I truly wonder whether these same people enjoy what they would consider minor achievements in their life. Do you enjoy when you have a video that goes viral, or you get a promotion at work, or you get some type of award? Do you celebrate that? If you hit a fitness goal, if you hit one milestone in a long journey towards your fitness goal, do you celebrate it? Or do you just say on to the next one? Because that's a sad way to live life. That's a way to get depressed real quick. Because if you keep pushing yourself to the next thing, then eventually, if you hit a roadblock, your journey, your path becomes a house of cards that completely dismantle. Because now you're asking yourself, was it all worth it? And because you didn't take the time to smell those flowers while you received them, because you're always on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, you don't truly appreciate your journey and how you've gotten to the moment. Even to get to the moment, to have to take a step back. You build resilience. You build all these things. And I just think it's corny, man. Let me just come out and say that. Like, I'll get out of my philosophical bag. I just think it's whack. It's whack. Bro, if I'm playing Uno, if I'm playing spades, if I'm playing taboo, if I'm playing pickup ball, if I'm playing dominoes, if I'm playing rock, paper, scissors, if I'm playing street ball, I want to win. If there's a competition, I want to win. That's how I've always been wired. I don't take anything for granted. I can understand the magnitude in the moment, but it's all about winning. It's one of the reasons why I sports bet. For the thrill. I ain't trying to make money off of it. I'm trying to see if I can beat the books. That's one of the main reasons why I do it, for the thrill of the game, because I love competition. And some of the same fans who will sit on Twitter or any of these apps and argue for 10 hours about a Saturday morning game against the Charlotte Hornets or the Washington Wizards. Now it doesn't matter? Now it doesn't matter? I just feel like y'all are either soulless folks who don't enjoy things, you want to be contrarian, or you are frightened that people will look down on you for cheering, for supporting your team, as if that hasn't happened the whole time you've been a Knicks fan.
They're gonna make fun of you anyway.
I've had some of my biggest haters call me on the phone and text me. They don't even got it anymore. They've been defanged over a cup. They've been defanged. Like, it's like what they're saying. They gotta laugh. Because they're like, damn, I was ready to load up the jokes. But now, I gotta say, you enjoy. I know you cheesing right now. I know you enjoyed the cup. I know you know I am. What else you want to talk about? And they're defending. This is why the league doesn't want the Knicks to win the championship. This is why all those fan bases that hate the Knicks do not win. We are giving them a preview of what it is. And instead of going all in as a fan and basking in that enjoyment that you can derive from other people being upset that you are a Knicks fan and you like it, like Deezer said, you want to be cool? You want to try to act like you aloof to it all? Like you're better than that? That's where it gets whack for me. Like some of my mentions last night.
Don't mention any names.
No. I'm not. I speak to people directly. I don't gotta heat nobody up. I'm just saying, collectively, I didn't expect that from my own people. I'm gonna say that.
You see, I have a very low expectation of people. I think you're right. Like, people love to zig when everyone else is zagging. People want to be contrarian. And also, you know what it is also? Hatred, and that sells on the internet. Like, I told people, like I tweeted that, NBA engagement baiters, this is going to be them tonight. It was a montage from Scarface when he counting on the money. But it's like, dude, like, you know what's funny? A Magic fan after Saturday night tweeted that, like, he tweeted something about the Knicks. It wasn't like inflammatory, crazy inflammatory. It was mild. It wasn't nothing crazy, right? Not like some other bullshit that we've seen. And then responded, he was like, yo, I don't understand how all these Knicks fans found my tweet, right? Because he's not like he's one of those like engagement farmers and whatever. And I responded to him. I said, well, it's two things. One, you're tweeting about the Knicks. You're like, because what happened was he retweeted an NBA video about the Brunson we made Anthony Black fall.
Yeah.
He retweeted it and he said something about it. It was slightly snarky,
like a
nothing
trip,
crazy.
right? He called it a trip. Was it that
yeah,
guy?
something like that. Yeah, I think I don't remember. But it was, and then like you just see like Knicks fans are lighting him up in the mentions, and he's like, yo, I didn't mention Jalen Brunson's name in this tweet at all. And he doesn't. It just says like, hey, it was something sarcastic. And I said, look, dude, one, you retweeted a video from the NBA about Jalen Brunson. So the algorithm is going to grab that and put that in front of Knicks fans. And also the algorithm is leaning towards engagement bait. Because I saw tons of engagement bait yesterday. And then what I realized, I was like, you know what? Every one of these, like the 99% of these engagement baiters have a blue check. And that is Elon rewarding the people who pay him $7.99 a month to tweet garbage to get engagement so he can cut them a check. That's where we are. But you're right. I think the discourse around it and people are afraid of being made fun of, which is why I believe in my heart of hearts why the Knicks have chosen not to hang a banner, which I think is complete and utter garbage. And I hope that bullying works and we can convince whoever it is that made this decision, whether it's Mr. Dolan or Mr. Rose or Mr. Wesley or Mr. Brunson or Mr. Towns or Mr. Hart or whoever, to change their mind. And I don't think Jalen Brunson said don't hang a banner. I just don't think he cares either way. That's from what I know about who he is. But like, look, and I'm gonna say this, two things to you, Jeff. One, do you agree with this decision? I know the answer to that. Two, when the Knicks win the Atlantic Division, should they not hang a banner then? Because it takes away from them pursuing the dream of a championship?
Well, you know what? Now, no fucking banners for everybody. No more banners until you get the world title.
Yeah.
That's it. Now you set the precedent. And you know what? I thought I took my own personal out of it and I thought about it rationally. Why would this come down? And here's a couple of scenarios that I think about. One, I think that the organization doesn't want to be a distraction. They appreciate that they are a competent franchise, that their team is a legit contender, and they don't want anything to detract from the run that they're going on. I'm sure they've heard all the banner jokes throughout time immemorial, right? Time immemorial. They've heard all of the banner jokes. And they said to themselves, yo, we're not going to even give any type of national media or any type of person with a platform or anybody that moves conversation on us to take away from this team and take away from their accomplishment. So you know what? We are going to reiterate that we are focused on a championship. We said that from the beginning of the year. NBA Cup was not a goal. If we were there, we want to win it, but it wasn't the goal. The goal is the championship. So we are going to project the look of elite professional organization and say that we are going to celebrate it, but we do not need to hang a banner because we don't want to distract. It felt as if, first of all, CP, I know you made a call. I know CP made a call because he was on the no banner raising. He was on the no banner raising hive. I know he made a call. Many people are calling him CIA the franchise. Many people are calling him CP the elitist. Many people are saying that he is CIA the franchise. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. People are saying, I don't know.
Many people.
He made a call.
Right?
He may have made a call.
So, yo, I understand that. But this is the one time where I wish the Knicks were bold and said, no, we're celebrating. We have a good team. We're going to hang the banner because history favors the bold. And they are going 10 years from now, people will look back on this moment and they'll say, yo, the Knicks made a business decision. Funny enough, they made a business decision, and they said, we're going to take the least path of resistance for this cup, and this whole cup ceremony situation, and just celebrate it, and we're not going to hang a banner because we don't. There's a good chance that in the future they say we should have hung a banner, but we don't want to take any type of heat from whoever, people who don't matter, and hang a banner now, right? I had another idea, and I saw John, shout out to John Macri, tweet it, where he's saying, yo, maybe there's still static between Dolan and Adam Silver. I don't know. They were sitting next to each other during the Cup competition. Who knows what it is, because he wasn't on the podium for the NBA Cup. Maybe he didn't want to be there either because he wasn't trying to be with the Cup. Like, it's his discretion, right? He owns the team. But is it some Dolan stuff? Here's the thing that I think the Knicks aren't realizing. By not hanging the banner, now you're making it a thing.
Yes. It's more of a thing now.
It's more of a thing than it needed to be. The Lakers raised the banner. The Bucks raised the banner. And yes, I know that they have already won championships prior to raising that cup banner. So what could you really tell them? The Knicks are the first team that don't have a recent championship that have won the NBA Cup. So I understand there's a little extra scrutiny on that, right? But all you got to say is it's NBA tradition. The Lakers and the Bucks, we're following protocol and raising the banner. Something must have changed because Mike Brown gave a whole pregame speech about how when y'all win, your banner will be raised in the air and people will comment and say that y'all won this cup. And with the span of 12 hours, it was like, nah, we're not doing that. So something changed. And they said, reporting is saying that it was a team decision not to raise this banner, which means it came from high on top. I just think that if we are a New York franchise, New York doesn't ride waves. We set the trends. We create the waves. At least this is how we carry ourselves. We are trendsetters. And more important than that, we move how we want to move, irrespective of what anybody else thinks. Because either you're going to get on the wave or you're going to talk about it. We've been associated with Timbs for as long as I've been alive. And you think a New Yorker's going to stop wearing them? You think because they become a caricature? Nah. We're going to rock out. We have our fashion. We got our rap. We got hip hop. We got all these things that make us culturally New Yorkers. And we don't end them because y'all are the people outside of New York got something to say. So I would have loved for the Knicks to be trendsetters in that regard. And I just feel like now, first of all, I'm like, damn, I fought a good fight. I thought, listen, bro, this is Dewey defeats Truman for me right now. This is Dewey defeats Truman for me right now. I could have held up a newspaper and been wrong the next day. So I feel defeated in that sense. I'm still partying up on Friday. I don't care. But I really feel like this was the one time for the Knicks to do the non-PR thing and just go with the flow. But at the same time, Sean, I tweeted out the link to this for y'all watching on Twitter or everywhere else. And I said the banner talk continues here and the banner talk ends here. Because after this, I'm not talking about it anymore.
Yeah.
Because I do not want it to take away. Ironically, I don't want it to take away from what the team accomplished and what they want to do going forward.
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, let us get to things that we saw on social media. And this first one is actually relevant to the NBA Cup. And this is from our man, Benji Ritholt, at Ben Ritholt NBA. And he says, breaking news. 82 games to determine seeding for a best-of-7 playoff series. For a best-of-7 series playoff bracket to determine champion is a completely arbitrary construct. It has no inherent meaning, no scientific basis. If you enjoy that totally arbitrary construct, you should be able to enjoy tonight. And he tweeted this before the game. And Benji is exactly right. Yep. Like the people that, like, I said this to Brian V on study hall last year because he was complaining about the cup and how it's meaningless and that the only thing that matters is the playoffs, and without the playoffs doesn't matter. And I said, dude, playoffs are a social arbitrary construct. Like, what I said to him was, we don't need playoffs to determine a champion.
Thank you.
What do you mean? I was like, well, in England, there's 20 teams in the league, in the Premier League. They play each other twice. You get 3 points for a win. You get 1 point for a draw. Whoever has the most points is the champion. In Major League Baseball, for 68 years, for 65 years, there were 2 leagues, American League, National League. There was no division series. There's no wild card series. There's no league championship series. It was, all right, which team has the most wins in the American League? Which team has the most wins in the National League? All right, you go play each other. Like, playoffs were not invented on the, like, in the beginning, God created heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form.
The 7-game series.
Yeah. And on the 7th day, he created the 7-game series. It wasn't it wasn't a commandment. It's not thou shalt not determine. Like, somebody one day decided this is how we're going to determine the champion. This is how we determine champions. In fact, the NBA championships series used to be best of 3. And then it became best of 5. And then it became best of 7. And you know why it became best of 5, best of 7? Not to see, if I know the best team always wins the 7-game series. This is why. Money. So this idea that I can't enjoy this arbitrary construct, but I have to enjoy this other arbitrary construct simply because this arbitrary construct existed when I was born is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's a part of your culture. It's a part of your basketball culture because you were born into it. And someone told you this is how we do it, and it's important. You can ask Sean. I got into soccer after Sean. And one of the first things, European soccer really in general. And one of the first things I said when I got in was, the hell are all these damn tournaments about? I don't know if you remember this, Sean, but I asked him, I said, they really care about all of these tournaments? And it's not about their league? It's like, they care about that too. And I'm like, well, how can you care about all of these things at the same time? It's heritage, bro. Okay.
Trophy.
Okay. Ball up top or whatever, ball on the pitch, whatever the equivalent is for soccer. I was with it. If y'all tell me it matters, then it matters. And that's the thing about calling something meaningless. It's meaningless to you. It's not meaningless to everybody else because people can find the why. And if they find the why and they enjoy it, okay, if you don't, fall back. Why do you have to dim somebody else's light so that you could shine? It's whack. Because then if we're going to start piecing away meanings of fandoms and all of that, then we should really not be watching none of this. Because what's the point? Now everybody's upset. Come on, man.
Endgame has a question. What do you think? What do you guys think of the comparison to NBA Cup to the FA Cup? The soccer heads in the chat. Listen, that's where they got it from. This is where they got the idea from.
Right.
And
we just don't have other leagues. Like, we're not going to bring college into it. We're not going to bring the G League into it. They're thinking about bringing FIFA, like Eurobasket and all them into it.
Listen, in 15 years, it will not be the Emirates NBA Cup. It will be the Emirates Cup, and there'll be a European bracket and an NBA bracket. And someone will win the East, and someone will win the West, and whoever wins that will get a trophy, and then you will go play Real Madrid or Olympiacos, and that team, whoever wins that game, will be the Emirates Cup champion. And listen, and the first time Barcelona beats the Celtics, and they have a parade, or Real Madrid beats the Celtics, and they have a parade down Gran Via in Madrid, and they see people wilding, then the counterculture people and the contrarians and the hate mongers will be like, honestly, not gonna lie, that shit looks fly.
Oh, and if you think the slander is potent now, you lost to a Greek team without Giannis? Let's talk. Let's talk.
Oh,
no
man.
one named Antetokounmpo was on that team, and y'all lost to Olympia. Y'all lost. It's gonna be Chris Dunn going crazy, or who's over there now? Jabari Parker going
Busting your ass.
insane on somebody, going insane. Oh, you think the slander is bad now? And that's where we're headed. And that is real competition, man. Get with the program. I don't understand why it's so hard. And you know what's even worse? Not even so much. If you don't care, you don't care. But people feel the need to jump on top, to get on people's backs that care. It's just, it's very wild to me.
Todd brings up a very good point. I know you could read this. I know you started, but this is a very good point.
What was truly embarrassing was when we dropped confetti after winning a playoff game. Raise the damn banner, Knicks. Thank you, Todd. Oh, you want to be embarrassed? Boy, the losses, the terrible losses were one thing. The most embarrassed I think I've been in a game was when Luka and them pulled that miraculous comeback and they embarrassed me in front of my in-laws. That was when I was sick. That confetti game, boy, I was sick. I was like, are you kidding me?
And they were down 3-0.
Yes, to stave off a sweep. We popped confetti. That was the organization saying, I'm so glad we got one. Good luck, boys, in Miami. I don't think y'all are coming back. Boy, and I remember, I never forget Melo's face. The confetti comes down and Melo was like, I'm gonna hit Kaz and ask him to ask Melo about that on 7 p.m. Because, boy, you want to talk about embarrassing. We can talk embarrassment.
Endgame says the Lakers got pressured to raise the banner. Actually, yes, they did, and that was the right decision.
Yeah,
because if the Lakers didn't raise the banner, no one was going to raise nothing. No one, nobody. So there you go. All right.
Do you think the Knicks are going to get clout from teams for not raising this banner?
No team.
Not even like back channel, like officials or league sources.
Oh, there may be some. Like, listen, there may be. I don't know, because I don't think the new owners of the Lakers or the new ownership group in Boston or Joe Lacob and Golden State is like, yeah, good job. Or like, I don't want to raise that shit if we want it. Like, nah, like, no, I don't believe that. Next up on social media, this is from Chris Persianen, and he tweeted, I'm gonna blow it up so we can all see it. So this is after the Knicks won the cup. He said Knicks stormed the court to celebrate winning the cup. Jalen Brunson, however, acknowledged every Spurs player for joining in. Victor Wembanyama wanted no part of him. Barely acknowledged Brunson, who big broed him this time with some taps at a W. Brunson's basically like, Victor is basically like out to lunch, and we kind of found out why later. So he just gave him a pat on the shoulder. I'm gonna say two things. One, Victor Wembanyama is a sore ass loser, two, I absolutely love it. I love it. He gives a damn 100% of the time. He wants to put people in the dirt every chance he gets. I love it. Shout out to Victor. You played well. Maybe you could play 35 minutes tonight. We win. I mean, we don't win, although we won all the minutes of you on the floor. So who knows? But
the way he was playing, because we got to start making commotion also for Mitchell Robinson. The way he's been stuffing Wembanyama in a locker. The last couple of times they faced, it is what it is, man. But I love it. That man says what's on his mind. He says it eloquently. He's the type to say "F you" eloquently. He's bringing it back. He's bringing it back. That's a good future face of the league.
Yes. Next up. All right. So this is someone had asked Jalen Brunson about the East, and the East being wide open. He had said that I don't like the fact that the East is wide open. It's a lot better people give it credit for. I retweeted and said the 8th seed in the East is 15-12. The 8th seed in the West is 13-14. Craft your narratives accordingly. And this is something I've done throughout the season, noticing where the playing team, the records of the playing teams in the East compared to the West. And this went crazy. I don't understand why, but then again, it is what it is. And some clown named Josh H says, "You do realize that actually proves the West is stronger, right?"
Idiot.
So let me get this straight. When the eighth seed in the West was 42-40, and the eighth seed in the East was 37-45, I was told this is why the West is better than the East, because the eighth best team in the West would be the fifth or fourth best team in the East. Now that the roles were reversed and the teams in the West aren't as good, now I'm told that's why the West is better. I'm sick and tired of y'all treating the Western Conference like the SEC. This is SEC football bullshit. Y'all, like, listen, I don't cape for the East. I cape for the Knicks, right? I don't care how strong the East is or the West is, because this is not college football. It's settled on the court in playoffs. So we'll see who wins. But the way y'all people will bend over backwards to just prop up the Western Conference like it's freaking the SEC in the early 2000s is insane.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where is now when the West has better teams in the playing spots, they're better. But when they have worse teams in the playing spots, they're better. Make it make sense.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. You can't have it both ways. Whatever, man. Next caller.
All right. Next. So Kevin O'Connor had tweeted that the Knicks after the game, the Knicks are pretty clearly the best team in the East, which is hilarious because he was glazing the Celtics the week before because they beat the Knicks by 6. And Trademark Taz retweeted and said, those 47 bookmarks are people saving this tweet for when the Pistons beat the Knicks in 5 in May. # Detroit basketball. This is one of many. I like it.
I like
this. Is one of many. This is one of many tweets by Pistons fans who are annoyed that people are giving the Knicks their flowers yesterday. And one, I like this energy, but two, I'm going to say this to you. Don't let last year's playoffs fool you. The biggest reason that series was as close as it was is no longer employed by the New York Knicks.
There it is. There it is.
Bear that in mind. But shout out to Detroit.
They brute forced their way through a playoff series and beat y'all in 6. Brute force. Oh, by the way, you didn't win a game on your home floor.
Oh, there's that.
Oh, let's not forget that.
Okay. All right. Next. So this is an interesting tweet because this could have went in either the social media section or could have been a nominee for the Rage Bait, Clickbait, Engagement Bait Hall of Fame. From our friends at Let's Talk Knicks, shout out to all y'all, said, that very well could have been the last game we see from Tyler Kolek in the Knicks uniform. If that's the case, then what a way to go out. Played incredible in these final 2 games to get the Knicks their first ever NBA Cup trophy. New York fans will never forget this. Thank you, Tyler. The second paragraph in this tweet, I am with 100,000%. The first paragraph, dog, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, they're going to trade him tomorrow? Jeff is speechless.
Yo, like, what are we doing here, man? Are you a Knicks fan or a Knicks content creator? There's a difference. There's a difference. No, there are some that are both. But when you're primarily a Knicks content creator, that means you create content like this for engagement, just for like 25 cents. Because you know people are going to come in their mentions and tell you that you're an idiot. Because this is an idiotic tweet. The last game, so they're gonna ship him somewhere right after Vegas? Like, what are we doing here? What happened to the game I love, man?
Listen, like, the game is the game. The game is the game.
You know what? I hate the game then. I hate the game, but these tweets like this make it extremely hard not to hate the player.
All right. we have 3 nominees for this week's Rage Bait, Clickbait, Engagement Bait Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Tyler.
So I
fucking idiots, man. Come on. I saw this. I thought through my phone. What are we doing here? Thank you, Tyler.
Okay. So I'm sure Tyler saw this. Is like, what the fuck? All right. So we have 3 nominees for the KFS Rage Click Engagement Hall of Fame. This will not be nominated, but we have some nominees. So the first nominee, I don't know if Jeff has seen these. It's better when he doesn't because I get these live reactions. All right. So first, this is from Old Town Magic
slop,
memes.
The slop,
yes.
the AI slop.
And this is a picture. This is a picture. AI. Listen, an amazing AI Photoshop version of this. And it basically was insinuating that Jalen Brunson was leaving a Vegas nightclub at 4:00 in the morning on the day of the Cup semifinal. One, I have muted this person because the timeline threw all of his bullshit. The algorithm threw all his bullshit on my timeline. I was like, I've had enough. Like, stop tweeting about the Knicks. Tweet about your own team. But the fact that you like Jalen Brunson would go to the club in a Knicks hat.
You don't know these dudes, man. More than anything.
But you know what? 2.7 million views. So it achieved what it was supposed to achieve. So that's number one. Second nominee is our good friend Sean Barnard, of who covers the Sixers, and he tweeted a picture of Jalen Brunson extending an elbow a little bit and Stephon Castle flying to the ground like he'd been shot, and said that it blows my mind that real human beings try to claim Jalen Brunson is an quote-unquote ethical hooper. Really do believe he's taking the crown for the most obnoxious foul baiter in the league. I will say 2 things. 1, you root for Joel Embiid. 2, we literally broke this fan base because this dude has been, I was going to say a bad word, glazing the New York Knicks since May of 2024. I'm talking about last year's playoffs. He's tweeting about the Knicks after games. Like, so I take pride, and I think the term rent-free gets thrown around way too often, but I take so much pride in knowing that we live rent-free in this guy's head forever. The fact that everything we do just pisses him off. I enjoy that.
I think it's hilarious that he's calling Brunson a foul baiter after Brunson shoves Castle to the ground. Where's the baiting there? And funny enough, he doesn't include the clip a few seconds before where Castle is holding him going up the whole way, and he does that to get him off him. Sidebar, that whole exchange between Cat and Wembanyama in the beginning of the game, Wemby pushes Cat shoves Wemby to the ground, and all the refs go cover their eyes. I was like, yo, what? Oh, I was like, oh no. When that happened, I said, oh no. They're not calling anything. But that means they ain't calling nothing on Cat. It might be lit.
I thought I had a third one. I do have a third one. Hold on. Where is this third one? So we have one more nominee, and I thought I had uploaded it here. I'm going to find it right now. If I go here and I go here and I go here and I go there. Okay, maybe I didn't. Okay. Yeah. So it's 2 of them. So who are we inducting to the Engagement Bay Hall of Fame?
Oh, it's only 2? Definitely this Sixers fan. He needs to seek help.
Okay.
He needs to seek help.
Sean Barnard, congratulations. Welcome to the KFS Clickbait, Rage Bait, Engagement Bait Hall of Fame. So thank you very much. And please continue to tweet about the Knicks more than your own team, because your reign on top was short like leprechauns, but then again, you never made a conference final with Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I mean, they can join Nets Frequent or Nets whatever, all the Nets accounts that only tweet about Mikal Bridges and the Knicks.
Oh, dog. The Nets accounts are now tweeting about how it's crazy that no one owns Cam Thomas because he's a top tier scorer in the league. And I'm like, must suck to be you.
Walk with God.
All right. So, Jeff, you can take us home.
Yes, sir. You already know the vibes. Follow us at Knicks Film School on all social media. Like, subscribe, turn on your alerts so that you can get the best from Knicks Film School, like our show, like the post game, like the KFS official podcast with John and Jeremy, Benji and DJ on X's and O's. We got a lot of content for you. And if you know fans who enjoy talking about Knicks hoops and basketball at large, tell them to tap in. We 50K strong. We making the march to 60K. We can't do it without you. And if you like the volume of content we provide and you just can't get enough and you crave more, sign up for bonus content on our Patreon and our Substack. That's John's KFS newsletter. And we got a ton of great reporting on the Patreon, including analysis from Benji, the grade book, and much more. Town halls. We got a lot. And wherever you get podcasts, you get KFS. So tap in with us there, man. And it's really dope. It's really dope. And I think you'll enjoy it.
All right. That's our show for today. For Jeff, I am Sean for W. Oh, one more thing. Almost forgot. Listen, if you don't like the things that we say on here, you can literally call us and leave smoke. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So please, call the voicemail line 641-715-3900, extension 660-862. 641-715-3900, extension 660-862. We have 50,000 subscribers. I expect one of you to call in and tell us that we're full of shit.
For sure.
And it doesn't have to be about basketball. It could be about anything within reason. All right.
Yes, sir.
So for Jeff, I'm Sean. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Knicks Nation, let's ride. And if you're out on your bike tonight, do wear white.
One thing.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777. Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Maryland, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See the Fanatics Sportsbook app.